And good morning, everybody. Good Tuesday morning. It is the 24th day of October. So glad you're out there listening to the two best hours of local live talk radio right here in East Mississippi and West Alabama. I'm your host, one of your hosts, Roger B. And the other host is my main man, Rob.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hello.
Beside you, of course, is our friend, our guy, he's just an entrepreneur. He's a restaurateur and any other kind of you can think of. Say hi to Charles Frazier.
Bobby he's a hockey player. What's going on?
Yeah. Did you guys have a good day yesterday?
Yeah, busy. Mondays are always busy.
Mondays? What makes Mondays busy in the radio business?
No, you got to check on everything that happened over the weekend. You got to get music ready for the rest of the week, and just a lot of different things going on all over the business. Mondays and Fridays are the two busiest days in the building. So
you have a lot different hats than you have to wear.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. So there's
I'm hatted out.
Mad Hatter.
Now, conversely, I would think that Monday is maybe not so much a busy day in the restaurant.
No. I'm catching up on all paperwork, which is a lot of fun for the weekend. Reconciling the week, putting in all sales and and invoices and everything like that. So
that's fun.
And then of course planning my week, looking at what we've got coming up, and then talking to the chef about what we need to order. Blah blah blah. So we have a meeting today, and our prep for that meeting is a lot of that's yesterday.
Get everything ordered there. Okay.
Try to anyway, as much as we can.
Well, yes. So there you go.
Buying a lot of candy. You know why?
Well, because this is a breaking news story. I saw it yesterday that the city of Meridian's Halloween observance, door to door, officially.
Do you dare go door to door?
It's going to be Tuesday, October 31st.
Oh, okay. So that's an odd day. Why would they do it on the 31st of October?
I don't know. It's just weird. The city has declared they're going to make October 31st the official day of Halloween.
So is Christmas going to be December 25th? Is that what we're thinking? I mean, I don't know. I'm just speculating here.
I don't know if the council...
Slow news day, trying to distract you from other stuff.
Is that what that is?
They'll make the determination for Christmas coming up. We'll let you know when we're going to put Christmas.
Hey, kids, y'all want to go door to door Meridian? Nah, we're good.
I guess I should say the news story should read, yes, door-to-door trick-or-treating. Yes, indeed, we are having door-to-door trick-or-treating. No kidding. We're going to have door-to-door trick-or-treating.
Whoever survives gets like a big grand prize or something. That's terrible. I shouldn't say that.
But the Times now, this might be important in the story, is that, and I want to say thank you to our friends WTOK. I like referring to some of their headlines from time to time.
Always helpful.
So to our friend Jackie and all the folks down there at WTOK, thank you. But just an interesting story that October 31st is going to be official.
Okay.
Well, I was up all night
from
worrying about it.
For days now.
5:30 to 7:30.
Oh, only limited hours.
Now, I cannot remember in my trick-or-treat days. I can remember trick-or-treating. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it. In fact, I liked it. There's no question about it. When you knocked on the door and somebody gave you free stuff.
Awesome.
And it happened to be candy.
Go next door and get more. Mm-hmm. Wow.
I still love getting free candy. If somebody gives me candy, I love it. It's great. So...
what is it in Grumpy Old Men? He's handing out like laundry detergent and coasters. I got a box full of laundry detergent.
Coasters.
Mom and Dad are like, hey, that's useful.
Right.
Was that math
Go out again
and
get some more groceries.
Math out. Here, take this. But
I got a stapler for you here.
I do not recall that, unless my parents just didn't tell us, but I didn't recall saying, okay, from 5:30 to 7:30. 7:30 is a cutoff. I don't remember a cutoff.
No.
The cutoff was showing up at Mr. Johnson's door at 9:30 and saying, it's too late. You kids go home.
Well, I got a question.
We go to the next door, right?
Then you go to the next door.
He's grumpy anyway.
How do you police that?
Oh, you don't.
First of all, we're gonna have the police out there writing tickets for after hours trick or treating.
Yeah. I think all three of our officers out there. Okay, sorry.
Our list of questions this morning then are trick or treating 5:30 to 7:30. How do you police that? People running through traffic lights, red lights in town. How do you police that? People shooting downtown. How do you police that? Let's just say Meridian. How do you police that?
Jeez.
Okay.
I mean,
These are questions with no answers.
I mean, it's really sad though when you think about it. I mean, it's just sad.
Now I just went mean, didn't I?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's truthful. I mean, it's just truthful. I mean, you know, there's no other way to slice it. So,
well, you see a little munchkin out there with a costume at 7:35. You hit the lights. Whoop whoop.
Go home. Yeah. Wow. Take him downtown. Yeah, that's it.
Cuff him.
That's
Is this?
Hey, Spider-Man, get in the back of the car.
Is this Mrs. Smith? Yes. You want to come get your son? He's down here downtown. We've got.
He's 8.
Trick-or-treating after hours.
Well,
Well, Mrs. Smith better be with him if he's 8. But anyway.
yeah, right. I would hope.
That's something I don't remember doing. No, 8 years old. No, maybe 6. But after 8 or 9, we were out there.
Well, I had older siblings, so we were, kind of with them. But,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we did. I had older sister. We kind of did it in groups. You know,
Right.
we had 2 or 3 family members.
It's like a gang of trick-or-treaters.
Yeah, it's like a gang going after the Reese's peanut butter cups. So
Candy
Do you remember
stealers.
your favorite costume? Did you have, or you just kind of it's all a blur?
Superman was fun one year.
Okay.
Did the Superman thing.
Now, here's the question: though. Was it the Superman outfit, or was it Mom said, here's a pair of red underwear,
No,
here's
it
a
was
blue
the-
shirt,
it
and
was
here's
the-
a towel from the bathroom?
It was the real thing. We splurged one year.
See, you rich
See,
people. You rich people.
This is what a buddy of mine did. This.
Self-entitled.
We were 13, so we were right on the cusp of trick-or-treating of being acceptable, and we couldn't think of what to go with, so we put some saucepans on our heads and went as potheads.
There you go.
Yeah. It was cheap, but hey.
So the hard-hitting issues,
Yes.
policing trick-or-treating
Right.
in Meridian, Mississippi.
Right.
You
Here
know
we
this
go.
is slow news day today.
Wow.
Well, how do you police that? I like
I
that.
mean, it's a fair question.
Well, I remember the parade we had. I was in 2nd grade. We had a parade, and we were poor. There's no question about it. But my ghost outfit was, I guess, a sheet that Mother had cut to fit and put holes in, and I could see out, and then some sort of a tie around the waist,
Yeah.
and that was it for me. I mean, all these other kids had all these
I did the sheet thing. Yeah.
these packaged
The prepackaged plastic
uniforms.
Stuff.
with the-
Right.
Oh, yeah. Anyway. Mornings in Meridian. Here it is, Halloween. Well, we're approaching Halloween, and it's officially going to be in Meridian 5:30 to 7:30 on
No,
the 31st.
On Halloween.
The best day is November 1st. All the candy that's left over at the store is like 75-80% off. That's the best day.
There. Kids, load up. We're going to Walmart.
We're not trick-or-treating?
Guess
No, we're
what
going
you're
to
getting for
go to the
Christmas.
store
Yeah.
during daytime.
Mornings in Meridian. Good morning, caller. Welcome to our show. So glad to have you here.
Y'all behaving?
No, sir, not behaving.
I didn't think so.
So good to hear you, Mr. Huffmaster.
I'm up early. I got to go to the cancer store, and I'm just listening.
Oh my goodness. Well, I wish you.
It's a checkup.
Okay.
Thing. I ain't got no cancer no more.
Well, praise the Lord for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I was so disappointed when I turned you on at 7:00,
Yeah.
and that the national anthem.
Oh,
That song, that's the most important song to America.
yes, sir.
Period.
Yes, sir.
And that gal was singing it so you would listen to what she was doing, rather than going along with the song to think about the
That was the
United States.
Faith
of
Hill
America.
I
version.
believe so, yeah.
Yeah. We played the Faith Hill version today.
Well, I know, but you don't do wiggle walks with your voice.
Well, now,
When you
now,
talk-
now, you're a music man, so this is important. I want everybody to know that you are a musician, and you
Oh,
have
yeah.
and you have a critical ear. But she's kind of one of your own. Y'all are Nashville people.
Well, I don't care if she lives in Birmingham. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
Okay. All right.
The fact is, she was showing out for herself, not for the United States of America. It just made me aggravated.
Well, there's so many, and we have a list of Star Spangled Banners, and there are so many people that kind of do take their own interpretation of that song.
Yeah, I don't know what they call it. I know it just aggravates me when they don't stay true to the melody of that song. That song is so important.
There you go, like the flag.
Or it is to me. It is to me. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that. That's
I'm with you. It's about the it's about the not song, the anthem, and not about the individual. Yeah. It's not a performance.
Ah, very good.
Yeah, or shouldn't be.
When I get aggravated, I don't mind saying something about it.
Well, one of the favorite times I enjoy the national anthem, and that is when the Meridian Symphony begins there at the Riley Center. Everybody stands, and the symphony, the first song off the strings of the symphony is the national anthem, and the whole crowd is singing along with it in just the fashion that you say. It's the pure melody of the anthem.
Exactly right. If you don't stick with the melody of a tune, that's all you done. You got away from the melody, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm old, and guess who's going to be 80 damn years old?
80? Thursday.
Yeah. How many guesses do we get?
Well, happy birthday, sir.
That's amazing.
I tell you what is how does a loafer like you celebrate their 80th birthday?
I don't know how. Every one of my male Huffmaster kinfolk died in the 40s. Every one of them.
Wow.
Except my brother. He got it to 64.
And that was Beetle Huffmaster, is that right?
Beetle, yeah.
Yeah. See, I remember a little bit about you. You know that.
I know. Yeah. Well, and I don't mind. a lot of people know things about me.
Yeah.
And I do not care anymore if they tell every one of them.
There you go.
Matter.
You don't matter. You're through impressing people, aren't you?
That's right.
I'm what?
You're through impressing people. There's nobody that you're trying to impress anymore, is there?
Oh, I don't impress the best ones I wanted to.
There you go. There you go. Well,
yeah, I don't have to. I don't worry about that.
What does the man who has everything? What would you like on your 80th birthday?
I'd like both my young ones to walk over there and we'll sit down at loafers and laugh and talk, and wave at folks going by.
There you go. That's
it.
That's Loafer's Corner.
I do not need a present.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everywhere in my house that there is a place to put something, there's something there. I ain't got room for nothing else.
Nothing else. Nothing else.
No.
So maybe.
In fact, I piled up some old vintage bedspread. What do you call them?
Comforters or
quilts?
Quilts. Yeah.
That's amazing. See, well, being 80, I forget stuff.
Well, listen, being 63, I forget stuff too. So if it's going to get worse, I'm not really happy about that.
One of my cousin's wives collects all that kind of stuff, and she wanted, won't know if I had something. I do.
Yeah.
In fact, I got more than what I'm going to let her have.
Now, you talking about quilts?
No, all bedspreads.
Just big old bedspreads, comforters or whatever.
50s.
Oh.
Yeah, I might even know. Yeah.
From the 50s.
I slept under one last night. Looked like I would remember the name of it, but sometimes I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But she's fun, so I'm going to give them to her.
Well, I know you got a lot of good stories. You ought to come in on your birthday and just tell some stories.
The birthday can come and go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay on my corner at Lauderdale. Well, I talked to a buddy of mine and listen to this.
Yeah.
He lives in Ash Flat, Arkansas.
I know where Ash Flat is. That's up in the beginning of the Ozarks there.
It's right up on the Missouri line.
That's south of Mammoth Springs.
I don't know about that, but he says he's in Ash Flat, and I finally found wherever the flip it was.
It's right down from Hardy. You've got
You
got to be careful when you say that name. You know,
right?
Ash Flat. Okay.
He's got one of mine.
Wait.
He's got one of my guitars that I used on the opera.
Yeah.
And I called him and said, "Will you let me have that guitar back?" And he might. So I'm waiting on him to find it, and I'm gonna go to Ash Flat.
Ash Flat, Arkansas. Man, I almost want to make that trip with you. We used to lived across the line there in Missouri. That was where Dad had a farm. And kind of went to church down there in Mammoth Spring, just north of Ash Flat.
Yeah.
But,
I didn't call him a liar when he told me that. Well, he texted me that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't call him a liar, but I sure thought he was.
Well, I had to move away from that area because I insisted I was not going to marry my sister, so I had to leave and seek my fortune elsewhere.
Not going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm almost at the cancer store. Let them check me out.
All right. Hope you have a good checkout. Let us know how it goes.
Oh, I will. I can tell. I'm all right.
That's
Y'all
great.
behave.
Hey, thank you, sir. Thank you. Good to hear from old Raymond Huffmaster.
I love the Arkansas geography. That was good.
Yeah. Little lesson there. Wow.
Well, you go up Highway 63, you see.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
You come out of,
So going
Ash
Ash Flat.
you leave Walnut Ridge, Arkansas. You're going up toward Pocahontas and up the road. Yeah. Truman, Arkansas.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just.
I don't know any of it.
I
so,
know it's
whatever.
significant only
Just
to me.
nodding to be polite. I'm like,
Just nodding to people.
sure, whatever. What is he talking
Well, I'll put it
about?
this way.
Sounds like a lovely area.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm never going.
Having driven an 18-wheeler up through there, I can tell you right now, it's just one of some of the hilliest, windiest roads that you've ever seen. So, yeah, not a place you just want to.
You want to be on a two-wheeler for that.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. That'd be it'd be a great motorcycle ride.
That's what I was
you
saying.
are exactly
That's a
right.
two-wheel.
You are exactly right. Well, it's Mornings in Meridian, and if you want four wheels, they are very good at making sure you get four wheels. In fact, it's the place to go to get four wheels, and that place is called Doc's Toyota.
Right up the road in Philadelphia, Mississippi. They've got all kinds of 2023 inventory: Camrys, Tacomas, 4Runners, Corollas, Tundras, you name it, they've got it if Toyota makes it. And I tell you what, they've got a huge selection. Huge selection of pre-owned inventory as well. And all of the pre-owned inventory has been through the rigorous multi-point Toyota inspection process. So you know it's a good quality car. Now you can check out all of their inventory online at docstoyota.com. And what's great about Doc's is you can also go up there and rent a vehicle for a couple days. Make sure you love it. And when you do, go see them at Doc's, because there is no deal like a Doc's deal. Right up the road in Philadelphia, Mississippi. DocSToyota.com. Of course, their number 601-781-8017.
All right.
Got a comment here from Richard Burke.
Uh-oh. Hey.
Uh-oh, is
He
that
said-
another
Hey,
bird?
brother.
He says Ash Flat was the setting of that Burt Reynolds show.
Oh, which,
Oh, Evening Shade.
oh, okay.
Yeah. I think, well, ask him. Didn't we lose a fuel pump in Ash Flat?
Didn't we lose our fuel pump?
Fuel pump.
I think we was traveling one. I think there was y'all excuse us while I have a conversation with my brother here. Now, my apologies to folks about Northern Arkansas. No, not everybody up there marries their sister. That's not, that was out of line.
Not everybody. But there,
Not everybody,
it's been known to
But
happen.
Okay, moving on.
Right.
It's the
Woo, pig suey.
two best hours.
Wee.
Yeah, there's all hog farms up there. It's really pretty great country up there.
We just lost anybody in Arkansas this morning.
No, they're coming. They're coming here.
Well, they lost over the weekend, too. So
They're not on.
Ooh.
They're,
Oh,
they're
wow.
not online, but they'll be at the front door here soon.
talking about me and my wife.
You insulted my wife, sister. Tell them.
Sis. Okay.
Oh man. Well, listen, and Richard has fond memories of that area because he was of age to be part of the farm team there when the farm team, not a ball game, but he was helping Dad with the farm, and I was too young. I was just enjoying, just life as a kid,
Trick-or-treating.
trick or treating.
Okay.
Oh, he said he was wrong. He says, "Oops, I'm wrong. It was Evening Shade, Arkansas."
Okay. So
A Burke who admits he's wrong. Well.
don't get used to it. Don't get used to it.
And now Zane Royal chiming in. He says, "How far is Ash Flat, Arkansas, from Toad Suck, Arkansas?"
Toad suck.
What's that? That's what he put up here. Toad Suck.
Well, now, folks, we want to thank you for joining us for our Arkansas
I like
geography
that.
show.
That's one you just kind of ponder and you go, I kind of like it anyway.
Where are you from in the world? I'm from Toadsuck.
You're what? Is that
Well-
Toad with a D or Toe-E? T-O-E? I mean, what's going on there?
You know, you're just really making it so that I need to go there and find out exactly why that town was named that.
Toad
Gonna have to look that one up.
Yeah.
And Zane's asking why you're sitting down today.
Oh, well, I had to work late last night.
Yeah, you did.
I was I enjoyed operating the board here for Paul Tarver and mixed tapes last night.
Yeah.
And, you know, when I do that, it just throws my back out. No. Look, okay, I'm standing, all right?
I was like, what?
I'm standing. Mornings in Meridian. Let's get out of here for our Fox News break. We'll get ourselves together and come back and continue the show. A lot coming up here. We've got MCC is going to be coming in talking about, I see you got your Eagle shirt on there.
Arts and letters. Yeah.
Representing. Look at him.
What are they talking about?
Arts and letters.
Arts and letters. Or
Not
arts
letters and numbers, but
We'll be right back. 2 best hours of local live talk radio. And you hear the rhythm guitar in there. That was our good man, Mr. Raymond Huffmaster, playing that
That's
rhythm.
right.
So thought I'd throw a little Rocky Top in there. The Osborne Brothers. And, of course, speaking of Tennessee, our next guest has loved ones in that area. and she might even have a foot in that area as well. So it's just a lot to talk about here this morning. Looking forward to that. But we want to, first of all, say a big thank you to our sponsor. And, of course, we want to remind you that anytime you have a roof that has a problem, you need a good roofer. You need someone who's ready to roof, someone who might even be willing to help arrange financing for that roof so that you can get it on quickly and protect your property.
Well, I bet you're talking about Ready to Roof.
Oh,
because
there
they
we
are
go.
always ready to
That's
roof.
it.
I didn't know it was a quiz show. All right.
That's all right. You still won.
Tell him what he won. Okay.
You want a snack out of the vending machine. There
Oh,
you go.
that's not very thrilling. Okay. Ready to Roof, Meridian's only Master Elite certified roofing company. Sounds pretty impressive, and it is. Only 2% of all roofing contractors in the nation have qualified as Master Elite certified. And, of course, Ready to Roof has. Call today for your free estimate, 601-573-1150. Of course, you can set up an appointment online at ready2roof.com. And as Roger mentioned, they do have financing options available. So you have low monthly payments for that brand new roof. Call them today, 601-573-1150. They are ready to replace your roof. Ready to roof?
Roof.
Roof.
Let's do it. Good
All right.
folks there.
Yeah, they are.
It's Mornings in Meridian, and Rob, we have someone. You've got the Eagle shirt on, and of course, it's all about arts and letters at MCC.
That's right. We got Susie Johnson on with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Susie, so good to have you here in the studio.
Yay!
It's like the lights went on when you came in here. Brighten the room up.
Oh, stop.
Well, no,
It was pretty dim, believe me. I'm not talking about the lights either. Anyway.
your role out there, of course, at MCC. Tell us your official position.
My official position is Director of Arts and Letters and Director of Theater.
And what a
Two positions. Wow.
what a fitting title that is for Susie Johnson. You have been working with youth and theater for, I'm not going to say how many
Ever.
years. It's been a long time.
A long time.
And, of course, we always like to highlight the fact that she raised 3 great kids, and they are in a group called Track 45, and they're up in Nashville, Tennessee. Mm-hmm. And I was wondering when we were playing this song if they were Tennessee fans up there.
I just will withhold any comments.
I don't know if they wore any orange.
They love living in Nashville.
Yeah, I love it. And how is their career going? I mean, what a great group they are, and talented kids. Well, I say kids because we remember
I know.
they grew up here. So
I know.
They don't want
Everybody,
to be
we
called
also
kids.
call them kids.
These
They're
are
all young at heart, for sure.
2 are married and 1.
2 are married and 1 is not. KK is a mess. She's staying busy. She's content.
There you go.
There she is. Yeah.
Well, they might remember old Raj, so please give them our regards.
Of course
up
they
there.
do.
Now, I have to ask you, though, how you say their career's going. You said they have some exciting events coming up or concerts?
They're staying really busy, and a lot of people, including, I didn't really understand a lot about the music business other than, you listen to a song on the radio. And I mean, for the longest, I thought, the person singing the song wrote the song, just.
Yeah.
But I think we all know Marty Gamblin. He has been just their mentor from the beginning.
Great guy.
They don't really see him that much anymore, but from the beginning, he sat him down and said, if you really want to do it right, when you go to Nashville, you need to get into the publishing business. It's the songs. It's writing the songs. That's where the money is. Because if you don't write the song, you're out trying to make people buy your T-shirts and, so they went with their eye on a record label for their group, Track 45, but they have put the work in for the songwriting because they were not Taylor Swift, who used to write songs when she was 10 years old. They were performers. And they started writing songs as soon as before they left Meridian. They just started writing. And what I've learned is publishing is Benjamin is really good with statistics. When he comes here, sometime you should have him come in and talk about it. It's fascinating.
Well, let us know when he's in town.
But,
We want.
He will be in town when he's going to be in town, I think, in November.
Okay.
But because he's extremely supportive of everything I do and comes to everything, tries to come to everything.
Look at that.
And still comes back and directs the orchestra when we do a show. But they started this quest to get publishing deals, and and he can tell you, like, there's hundreds of thousands of writers in Nashville, and only just a small percentage get contracts, get deals, and then of those women are like there's just a very, very, very small. All three of them have publishing contracts, and
That's amazing.
Jenna just signed her. It's her second deal. And it's kind of funny because I don't know how supportive of a parent I actually am, but she said, my dream is to sign with Liz Rose. Do you know who Liz Rose is? She's like affiliated with Taylor Swift. She wrote her whole first album. And I thought, well, isn't that cute? That's really ambitious
Isn't
of
that
Jenna.
cute?
I mean, I really was.
You want to go
She just
straight to
signed
the
with
top.
Liz. Well, Jenna just signed with Liz Rose. And
wow.
KK's got a dual, I can't remember who she's with. Like, I don't want to say the wrong one. It's like a
Sure.
couple, and then Benjamin has a dual country and pop.
Now he had an award-winning song that
He's had like 10 #1 country songs.
Oh, is that all?
Wow.
Just 10?
I know, and he's been Grammy nominated for a Weezer song called "All My Favorite Songs." And I mean, he's really. He just,
Just to remind you,
a little
folks,
bit of everything.
Two things that she said that I think they're very important. She says, you hear a song on a radio. That's where you hear songs. Radio. You don't stream it. You listen to it on what? Right?
Radio. I know.
That's right. That's important. She's one of us. I love it.
I mean, well, you know what though? I mean, it's all now that they're in this business, so they all have these publishing deals, and that's where the songwriting happens. And a lot of people go, "Oh, hold on to your publishing," and Benjamin's like, "Hold on to your publishing, but nobody's going to pitch your song, and you'll just have your song." And so they're into all that. They write all the time. They write. That's what they do. They write and write and write.
And what I want to remind people is what happens when a song is played on the radio. The songwriter, guess what? Gets some money.
Right.
So. Just imagine we're playing songs from the 70s and 80s, and it's like, guess what? Songwriter or their estate,
Right,
is getting the.
Well, the first time I
some
really
money.
realized
So
it,
that
I heard
is where the
somebody
money is.
talking about a song they wrote, and it paid for their new kitchen, and like, oh, but they are writing all the time, and Benjamin, all three of them, but Benjamin and KK are big producers, big producer, but they're producing all the time.
Yeah.
Benjamin even has like a management company. He's very diversified. And he did just win an award last week or 2 weeks ago, and it was called, it's a songwriting kind of deal, and it was like the 10 top songs that everybody wished they had written.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And this year, he got one last year too.
Isn't it? Wow, what a talent. See, we knew Benjamin.
He
was
got one
talented.
last year
Just a
for,
talented
I think,
family.
all my favorite song, not all my favorite songs, but one of them girls. And this year it was the Hardy song, which I can't remember the name of it, but it was 10 top songs. Anyway, Hardy's from right down the road.
You're kind of busy doing your own thing.
I'm
so
sorry,
it's like
my brain doesn't work. My brain is so full right now. I'm working on two shows on stage, and so my brain is full of things like Impossible from Cinderella.
Okay, guys, now pay
Anyway.
up, because I told you if we start talking about the kids, we won't have to worry about the interview. It'll just take off.
I know. Ask a mom about her kids.
I loved it. No, they're
Really
great
busy.
kids.
They're doing great, and they have a record deal, and
Please.
so they're putting out music.
And opening for
Well, they're going to open for Tim McGraw. They open for a lot of country stars, but I just heard this hot off the press that they're going to be opening for Tim McGraw. Yeah, Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. Right?
Wow.
But it's not around here. I've already found out. It's like in
Son of a gun.
But I'm going somewhere because
Yeah, I was
it's
gonna say,
Wyoming and all that
it
area
really-
up in there.
It doesn't matter where it is. does it?
Right.
I've never gotten to go. They've opened up, north. We've had other relatives get to go, but they have fun. They love it. They have a great time, and they
All
like
right.
performing out of Nashville because Nashville, everybody's kind of like,
Right.
whatever.
Just another one.
People they're very well loved there, but it's really, really fun to go to Canada or go to Ohio or go to, I don't know, another state,
Two
and people are
places I've
singing
always
along
wanted
with
to
your
go,
songs.
Canada
And they're
and
like,
Ohio.
oh my gosh, our name's up here, and they're singing along. And Jenna always calls me and goes, they have these meet and greets, and we're scared nobody's going to come. And people line up to see them. So it's really fun. I mean,
That's
they're not
great.
big time, but they're getting there.
That's fantastic. Well, listen, I do really appreciate the update because we love your kids and we love you folks, and we're just glad that they're being successful, and you can be a proud mom for that.
I am proud of them. They're hard workers.
Well, I think they may have got that from Mom because here you are now. You're at the MCC and you're doing productions, arts and letters. Tell us what's coming up now. What
Yes.
you have been
well,
doing.
our arts and letters. This is my official title, which is Arts and Letters Director, and really what my job is. That particular, we're a little bit different than everything else out at the college. We are really the bridge, the little door to the community, and we like to offer some things for our community. And of course, we want our students and our faculty to show up as well. But when Dr. Huebner hired me, he said, I'd love to see some more letters. We had a lot of music going on, things like that. So over the last 5 years, I've started bringing in, every year, been very intentional about bringing in what I call the stories behind. The stories behind the songs, the stories behind the stories, the stories behind the writers types of things. And we've had Track 45 and some other writers come in one year, and then we had Harrison Scott Key come in one year. This year, we are doing it a little bit differently. I'm just trying out some different things. We're doing a luncheon. It's going to be next Thursday, and I have to look at my notes because my brain is so. But I think I called it Stories Behind for the Love of. Last year we did For the Love of the Game, where we had sports writers come in.
Oh, okay.
It's really
There you
cool,
go.
and I did the interview, and people were like, "Oh my gosh!" But I was like, "You don't have to love whatever the subject is when you're talking about the stories behind it, because that's where the fascination. That's the fascinating thing to me. It's the final product is great, but how they got there and what they did as they grew up and who
We
they've
all
met
love
along the way.
stories. Yeah.
Those are the fascinating things to me. And so we've got the same format, except we've added food this time. So next Thursday, November 2nd, it is For Love of Telling a Story. We are bringing three I realized I did this, but they're all from Mississippi State. They're all Mississippi State
Okay.
alums.
Hail State, huh?
But
right, yeah, nothing wrong with
two
that.
are returning, and one is just a beloved daughter of Meridian, Mississippi itself, and that is Sophie Sims Hudson. She has been a very successful writer. She writes humor. I call it comedic. I shouldn't call it comedic, but it's humorous, inspirational. It's she's written, I think, 5 books now.
Wow.
I think she's with Lifeway. But she grew up here in Meridian and very successful author. And then Laurie Parker and John Floyd came the very first year we did this, right when COVID hit. And there weren't a lot of people in the audience, but every single person stayed and came up to me and said, we have got to do this again, because that is when you realize Laurie Parker in the 80s, she was known as that Alphabet Through Mississippi book. But these people are so fascinating. Now she's written several novels. One of her novels is, and they're set in Mississippi towns. One's set in Meridian, another one's set in Greenville. She's written a book of poetry. She's just done a lot of things. Very interesting. Lives in Starkville. And then John Floyd. My daddy's very excited about this one. John Floyd is somebody, he's on the list to be in the Hall of Fame in the Mags. I can't believe he is the most prolific writer I have ever encountered. He's from Mississippi. He has won so many awards, mainly for short stories. He writes these short stories, and every week it's like, and another one's going to be in the, all those publications where they publish those things. And it's lots of books, really good books, great interviews. And I had Laurie and John several years ago, and they don't, at first it's like, why are you putting these two together? It was just the best conversation because the two of them would just talk. It's like, well, what's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you? I ask questions like that. It's like, well, people come up to me and go, so John's going, this person came up to me and said, I have a great idea for a story. I just don't have time to write it. So if you'll just write it for me, I'll give you 50%. And
Oh,
Lori
man.
goes, that happened to me too. That happened to me too. You know, and they started into this whole Me Too thing, and it was
Oh,
just
wow.
so funny. And so I just love, that's the kind of thing I love to do. I love to find out, like when we had the songwriters, it's like, how many songs do you write before you finally get one? It's like that you can go a whole year and write 365 days a
Yeah.
year and not have any success.
Oh yeah.
And you
Yeah.
still love it. You still love what you do. You know, so anyway, we have this coming up, and it's going to be at noon. It's going to be
You can go 15 years in radio and not have success and still love what you do. It's
That's
just,
what we're trying for.
just want you to know that that's possible.
this particular event that
That's
for the
awkward.
love of telling the story. It's a little bit different because you have to get a reservation. We are partnering with MCC's Culinary Institute, which I'm very excited about. Ann Howard Hill does a wonderful job with the culinary. You
She
understand
does.
it.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
And we're going to have a really nice meal, but this does cost, and you do have to get a reservation. And so we really need to get those reservations in this week.
So it's Thursday, November
It's going to be
2.
Thursday, November 2nd at
And-
the Workforce Development, which is not hard to find.
Right.
It's right down the street from MCC.
It's at the bottom of the hill.
At the bottom of the hill.
That's where
It's
it's
just,
at.
you come down North Hills and you turn left, and there it is. It's giant.
If you know where 65th comes in there and turns into a 19, it's right there.
It's the old Walmart.
It's the old
Okay.
Walmart.
We were trying
Let's just
not
get down
to say
to
it.
Southern speak.
Might as well, man. That's what it was. The Walmart in the hole.
And you know what? There is nothing keeping you from coming to this. There is
Yes.
so much parking. It's flat. You walk right in. It
It's so
is
good.
right walk into the door.
So I got to ask you then. So if I want to get a reservation, if I want to be part of that, how do I do that?
The
What-
easiest way to get a reservation is to go online, get your ticket online, and it's meridiancc.edu
meridiancc.edu.
/arts and letters.
Don't forget the backslash. Backslash. And go arts and letters.
And it'll take you right to the ticketing. You can call the college,
Okay.
601-483-8241. Call MCC, ask for somebody with arts and letters. Jan Freeman, my devoted assistant, Jan Freeman,
Hey, Jan.
will set you up. Jan tripped over her vacuum cleaner yesterday, and her toe may still be bleeding at this
Oh,
moment.
ouch.
She has had a,
wow.
this is not a good thing.
And that's a story that she could have written, but she don't have time. So she,
Right.
Could you write that story
50%.
for me?
Yeah.
she would offer
50%.
Why not?
50%,
I
yeah.
think so. It's fair.
Yeah. It
I
was,
bet she needs her floors cleaning too.
it was a morning. It was a morning like any other morning,
Or was it?
and I was on my way to the kitchen, but I failed to remember I left the vacuum out the night before.
What did she do it while vacuuming, or did
Maybe
she?
she didn't leave the vacuum cleaner out. Maybe it
It's
was
a vacuum.
there.
It's a vacuum mystery.
Kind of a caper.
Anyway,
You see, I told you would have fun here. I told you. All right. Well, that's exciting. So this Thursday,
November 2nd, November 2nd, November 2nd.
what's the title of the event itself? It's just
For love of telling a story.
For love of telling a story.
3 fabulous storytellers, Laurie Parker, John Floyd, and Sophie Sims Hudson.
Okay.
We will have a good time. You will eat. I will sit in a chair with my other two, and we will sit on chairs on the stage, and we will just have a conversation. Then we'll let the audience ask questions. Audiences love to ask these questions. I absolutely love this event, and they'll even have some book tables and do some meet and greet afterwards. It'll be a great hour.
How much are the tickets?
It's $25.
Whoa,
That's a deal.
bargain.
It is a bargain,
Wow.
mainly because Arts and Letters is going to foot a little bit of your plate. It's a nice meal. It is not a takeout meal. It's not like a little sandwich in a. It's going to be. Actually, it's going to be
we're not
chicken
brown bagging
crepes.
it.
It's
No box
chicken
lunch.
crepes.
No, if Culinary's
Yeah.
doing it, it's going to be
Wow.
good.
Yeah, I didn't pronounce that correctly, did I?
I simply-
It's crepes, isn't it?
You've had those meals from Culinary over there before. They're
I
good.
simply
so good.
can't
They're
remember the
fantastic.
last time I had any meal that had the word crepes. in it.
Crepe.
Crepes.
We got the professional in here.
Some crepes. That's
Bring
I
me
said
into
crepe
this.
forever, and then I read that one day. It's like it's pronounced that
No,
way.
we all say
if-
crepe.
Anyway,
they, if they made crepes for you, would they be crepe
Crepe.
Suzanne? Or
Oh,
Susie?
wow.
Crepe Susie? There you go.
Hey, it's an idea. I'll give you 50% if you like.
Whoa! There you go. That's
Making
it.
deals, writing stories. Let's write.
But get on your phone or get on your computer and get your tickets today. I want to see you there. It will be a fun time.
It sounds like
Be
it.
a fun time. I want to keep
Thursday.
this program going.
Begin at what time again? What time of the day?
Right at noon.
Right at noon.
Yeah.
So it's a noon meeting.
It is you will eat. You
could-
get to eat and listen.
It's
laugh.
it'd be a great way to take a lunch break.
The great lunch break.
Man.
And we won't worry if you have to get up and leave a little bit early. We're fine with that. I'm just very excited about it. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I love this kind of thing, and it's our kickoff. It's our kickoff for our Arts and Letters, and it is going to be followed by. And I think I have This is the first time I've done this, not directed a show that I put on my stage. But I have fallen in love with a young lady who is from Meridian. She went off to California and went to acting school, and she's back. Her name is Tia Hall. Her real name is Nkwanzania, and I just call her Tia. But she and I have collaborated several times. We did The Color Purple for the Max Hall of Fame last year. We did a kind of a montage from Color Purple, and so I've been working with her, and this summer I said, hey, if you could do any show, what would you do? Because we're trying to bring diversity to our stage as well. And she said, The Wiz. And I'm like, okay. She goes, my people will come if we do The Wiz. And I said, well, okay. And you're going to direct it, and I'm going to be there. She said, I've never done a musical before. And I'm like, but I have. And so it's been a fun partnership, and she is doing an amazing job. Y'all, this cast, again, Arts and Letters, MCC, get your tickets to see The Wiz. This is a phenomenal cast. Their voices give me chills every time I hear them singing. She is doing a fabulous job directing. It makes me so happy to see these young people. She's like my kids' age. I mean, I'm calling them kids again, but, she's a young adult. And this is the future of Meridian,
Wow.
Directing, the music, all the stuff that goes behind it. She's doing it all, and I'm just kind of there to produce it, and to MCC is sponsoring it. So that is November 17th, 18th, and 19th. So we have these two events going on in November, and I think she's coming out to see y'all in a couple of weeks.
Okay, good.
Talk more about that.
We'll learn more about
Those
that.
are the first two things we're doing.
But right now, plan yourself one heck of a lunch hour.
Absolutely.
At the,
Yes.
At
Thursday.
the Arts and Letters.
Next Thursday.
Thursday, the 2nd of November.
Yes.
And you can enjoy the joy of storytelling, or for the sake of storytelling.
For the
or-
love of.
Oh,
love
for
of-
the love
For the
of
love
story.
of.
Oh, for the love
For
of
the love of
storytelling.
Roger. For the love of Roger.
For the love of 50%.
Hey, look, my daddy,
60%.
John McCann,
By the way, when she refers to her father, that's Dr. John McCann, of course, well known.
Dr. McCann.
But yes, and that might be where she received her gift of conversation, because he's not afraid to talk.
Look,
And
we had those family dinners where
would love to be a fly on the wall when y'all.
it was really interesting. First of all, he worked the world of doctoring back then was a little bit different. I mean, he worked all the time, but
The world
I
of
do
doctoring.
remember
There's a story
the
to be
world of
written.
doctoring.
I'll write it. I just
So
want 50%.
professional. But he would jump up. He would jump up from that table and grab this giant dictionary. I just remember he would just jump up from the table and grab a dictionary to look something up, how to pronounce a word, or the encyclopedia. They were just like right around the corner there, and it was just very interesting.
I didn't think that
growing
was
up in my
allowed
home.
while playing Scrabble. You could use the dictionary during Scrabble.
Suspend rules sometimes.
okay.
Yeah. Everybody's
It's
got
just
their own.
it's the supper time rule that's okay. You can do it during supper.
So he just loved to,
Well,
phones
he's got
at the
that kind of
table.
inquisitive mind. And it's like, how to pronounce that? We're
Oh,
going
yeah.
to make sure we know how to pronounce that word and what it means. So, anyway, a little tidbit into the McCann household. But he goes back and forth. My parents go back and forth from Nashville. They have a little house there, and they just moved from their house in Meridian
They did.
to
Yeah.
Aldersgate Cottages,
Okay.
which they love.
I
But
know. They're great.
We had
out
lived in
there.
that house since 1968.
Wow.
Whoa.
How
But
about
anyway, he came all the way back to Meridian to come to this thing because he doesn't even really read fiction very much, but he loves John Floyd that much. And of
Okay.
course, because he's my daddy, he's already tracked him down and called him.
That's a John McCain
It's
thing.
a common thing.
Yeah.
He's his friend now.
Oh man, I tell you
Anyway,
what.
he's a fan.
Susie Johnson, always a pleasure to have you on the
Thanks
show.
for having me.
Please come back and again tell your kids hi for us.
I will.
Track 45, and of course it's Thursday, the 2nd of November.
Absolutely.
Line up your lunch with the.
Ooh, I
for
love
the
that.
love
Line
of
up your
Storytelling.
lunch.
Line it up.
Line it up.
I'll let you use that for 50%. All right. We'll be back
Thank you. Thank you.
after Fox News. Everybody, welcome back to Mornings in Meridian. It is the 2 best hours of local live talk radio right here in East Mississippi and West Alabama. And, of course, I'm Roger B. Say hi to my main man, Rob Atkinson.
Hello, sir.
Aren't we glad to have Charles Frazier in the house?
Is that a question?
Yes.
Aren't we?
Aren't we?
And Rob was like, I ain't saying nothing.
I'm just going to sit over here in the corner and mind my business.
I don't know. I
Well.
guess, right? We're glad to have Charles Frazier
We
in
are.
the
We are.
house.
We're-
Are we? This
Let me
is
just say that
weird.
we're so
Okay.
happy to have Charles Frazier here in the house with us today. What a great man he is. Raised a good family.
Okay.
Operates a good business.
All
Don't
right.
forget to go by
Let's find
Weidman's tonight and get candy during the candy call.
No Reese's. Not doing the chocolate.
Darn
When the
you.
chocolate melts.
I don't care.
And the staff steals it. It's really the
that's
problem.
the main
And I-
Tell
you
me,
know,
tell me, we're not going Jolly Ranchers.
we're not going Jolly Ranchers.
You're not going peppermint.
We're not going peppermint.
You know, isn't it bad that when you trick or treat, when you go beg for free stuff, you get choosy now? You know, it's like, it's like
I deserve
I
this.
don't. Yeah, Three Musketeers, not my thing. I'll pick through a little bit.
yeah. Well, in just a
Yeah.
moment, we're going to
Double bubble.
introduce our special guest we have for this segment. But right now, we want to talk about our great sponsors, and I'm talking about these are the folks that know that water needs to flow one direction. The clean water needs to flow into your home, and the not so good water needs to go outside your home.
Yes, that's
and
exactly
business.
right.
And I'm talking about Barber and Son Plumbing.
It seems simple,
It's just, yeah,
right?
simple.
In and out. Yeah, well, and
But
it is
sometimes
simple.
it
The
don't
answer
work
is
that way.
simple. Just
Yeah.
go to Barber and Sons Plumbing.
There you go.
1123 26th Avenue. You know where they are. Of course, give them a call. 601-482-7023. Been doing plumbing right for over 80 years. 80 years. Think about that. I think they invented plumbing. What do you think?
They-
Well, if they didn't invent it, they perfected it. I'll tell you what. And what's great about Barber and Sons, you know, you don't have to wander around a big box store. You don't want to shop there anyway. But if you bring even just a picture of the plumbing problem that you're having, Gary can take a glance at it, knows exactly what it is, exactly what the problem is, and can show you how to fix it, sell you the right part. You're on your way. I mean, it's really that easy. I mean, it is. I've done that many times over there. And not only that, you get a good story to boot.
There you go.
Yes, indeed. Go see him, Barber and Sons Plumbing. I mean, it is old school. It's the place to go.
It is the place to go.
Yep, 1123 26th Avenue, 601-482-7023.
Now, I don't know that they invented plumbing, but I do know that they are responsible for my wife's grandparents not having to go down the trail to the restroom from the house, back of the house. They were actually had a bathroom added to their home inside, so they could walk from the bedroom right into the bathroom in
What a
their very
luxury.
home.
Yeah.
So it
When was this? A couple years ago?
this is, it was in the 20th century. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So it's Mornings in Meridian. We're having a good time here. Of course, our phone lines are 601-485-9191. But before we get to the phones, I just want you to know that number, so we want you to call it up. But we have somebody that's representing the VFW Post 79. They have a special event coming up. And, well, it involves food, Charles. And I love these two words when they're put together. Spaghetti plates.
Ooh, spaghetti plates.
So we're going to talk about that. Our guest, I know her to be a great patriotic individual. I know she's a hard worker. She has been a bus driver for the Lauderdale County school system for several years. I know for a fact that whenever there's a certain moving. Okay.
He made a rude gesture to you. I don't know what that meant.
And
Like a
just-
gang sign. I think.
And the only thing that she's not is patient enough to be introduced. I do know that she, at times, whenever you were shorthanded with a driver for a moving truck, she would actually come and drive a moving truck for a moving company here in town. A great person. Welcome to our show, Robin Dorner. How you
Good
doing,
morning.
Robin?
I'm doing fine, Roger. How you doing?
You still driving a bus?
26 years.
26 years. I didn't know what your fingers were doing there.
I was making gestures at you.
I always, well, most of the people that make finger gestures at me aren't quite like that. So I just wondering. I didn't know what was
It's usually
going on.
not fingers, right?
Yeah,
I've known you long enough to make finger gestures at you.
Oh, well, and we have a mutual friend, and of course, she might be the one responsible for you being here.
She is in
Big
Deep
trouble.
barrel trouble.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, we covered a few of the things we don't say on the radio before Robin came on, so we just make sure that's why she's being
Over
cautious.
the list.
She's being cautious. I appreciate that. Robin, what a sweetheart you are to be here. Of course, you don't come alone because in the background is you just give a wave there. Oliver Swindoll. How you doing, sir? Give a wave there. Appreciate you being here.
Thank y'all for having me.
He's here to make sure that Robin gets here and out alive. So it's all
Good luck
good.
with that.
But we have I guess, an endearment to the VFW Post 79 here at our show because the beloved Benny Campbell calls in from time to time, and
Mayor of Succolina.
mayor of that's right. We named him here on this show, guys. The mayor of Succolina.
Oh, I thought he actually was the mayor.
We put him
I
in
didn't
that
know
office.
that.
He
right.
is.
He is.
because
He is.
we voted, didn't we?
We
Rob?
did.
That's right. So-
Unanimous.
We have another election?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
God.
never going to be another one.
Well, after this election, we're going to work on the coroner for Succolina. We'll try to figure out who that's going to be. Anyway, enough of that. So the VFW Post 79 you attend on a regular basis.
I'm the auxiliary president.
That's why she goes because she's
right.
supposed to be there.
Well, it's not
Presidente.
because nobody else wanted it, but kind of, sort of.
Who's going to be the president? Give it to Robin. She's done it.
Who's
there-
not here that we can appoint?
There you go.
Well, I
That
got
was the night you missed.
Yeah,
Right.
I got Kathy back. I made her secretary.
Oh,
Good
that's
for you.
worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Good for
is.
you.
Hey.
Take the minutes.
Yeah, Kathy Clearman, who works at our office downtown there at Graham Transfer, she is the one, of course, that pushed Robin into this event today. But we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
Always good to see you. Now, tell us, you've got a couple things to report, but right now let's talk about those spaghetti plates. How can I get a spaghetti plate?
Come by the post this Friday from 11 to 3. You can pull through and tell me how many you want. We'll deliver it. We'll smile at you. Spaghetti and salad and dressing and bread and dessert for $10.
$10.
Wow. It's a full meal.
And if you order 10 plates for wherever you work, we'll deliver them with a smile.
All right.
Nice.
I got a feeling that's what Oliver's going to be doing. He's going to be driving.
yeah.
He's going to be driving some.
Delivery.
Take care of these people.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. How many people we have here in the building, Rob? You think we get the boss to spring for $10 plates?
I'll work on that.
I'm just not putting anybody on the spot here. So, folks, this is great. This is something to help the VFW Post 79.
It's helping the post, and the post helps the veterans.
And
So that's our main goal.
I know that from what we hear when we talk to Benny, you have a dance and a social on Saturday nights, I think.
We do, and Mr. Benny is 95 this year, and he can outdance anybody that comes. So if you don't think you can dance at 95, come watch him two-step and waltz and line dance and twist and jitterbug and shake his booty.
He, I think I'll come and watch the other things. But anyway, not that last part.
It's that town in Arkansas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Toad suck.
Flat ash.
But that's exciting. But that's great. I mean, that tells me I need to start dancing. I mean, you know, to be able to do this at 95, I better start now at 63. So
Don't start here in the studio. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went skydiving last year for his 94th birthday.
Wow. Isn't that something? Well, so
a-
when's his birthday? Do we remember?
It was last month.
Oh,
You
it was
done
last-
missed it.
We done missed it. So he's just turned 95.
95.
Fantastic. Well, Mr. Benny, if you're out there, we just want to say hey and happy birthday, and we sure are glad you're out there. But VFW Post 79 is located right there on Highway 80, just past, you go past the MCC campus there and turn down Highway 80, and there it is on the right there. They're going to have spaghetti plates. That's going to be this Friday, October 27th, 11 o'clock all the way to 3 o'clock. So if you have a late lunch that day, you won't miss out. You can go. I have a feeling that they'll have plenty of spaghetti, some pasta boiling back there ready to serve you up. So please do two things. Help yourself by get yourself a good lunch, and then help the VFW Post 79 by going by and getting spaghetti lunch. And order it for your workmates, the folks that you work with. Get 10 or more, and they'll just bring it right to you.
Bring it to you.
That's great. So Other than the dance, the VFW helps the veterans. What are some other things you're involved with?
November the 11th, everybody should know, is Veterans Day. This year it's on a Saturday.
Yes, it is.
The ceremony starts at 10 o'clock at the Doughboy. And then we're feeding veterans at Post 79 from 11 to 1. You come on in and eat. It's free. This is one of the things we do for the veterans, and fellowship and just mix and mingle and swap war stories. We've had last year a lady that was, I guess, toward almost 90 that shared her stories, and she had some stories to share. So that's one of the things we do with our money.
So you'll feed the veterans on
November 11th after the Doughboy ceremony.
Now, one thing that I always hear, and maybe you can correct this here, and that is, there are those who will say, "Oh, well, hey, are you going to the VFW post and get at your lunch?" Well, I never saw action, or I never fought in a war. I was in the military, but is it limited to those who saw action?
A veteran is a veteran. You served this country, you're a veteran.
Okay, well, there you go. If you've worn the uniform, right? How about that? What about if I stepped onto a military base one time? How about that? Could I qualify for?
Are you pushing it, Roger?
Always pushing it. Stepped on a military base.
Okay, never mind.
You don't qualify. You got to pay for yours.
I'll tell you what, if you show up, I personally will fix you a plate.
Whoa.
There you go.
Wow.
Check that out. She put it down there. She
That's
put
right.
it down there.
Squeaky wheel.
See,
Yep. Gets
see,
the
I had to
plates.
ask. See if you asked.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
See?
Right. It was
The
kinda
way
awkward
works.
and- yeah.
That's right. No, it's really a great. I would almost feel, obviously wouldn't want the free meal, because I just don't want to dishonor those who really do put on the uniform, and what a great thing you do for those who do that. So after the Doughboy celebration, or not celebration, but commemoration, go to the VFW Post 79 and have lunch there on the 11th of November. Wow. Anything else?
Also, that day at 3 o'clock is the parade. If you have
Yes. The parade.
souped-up motorcycle or a antique car, Kathy's daddy's truck is going to be in it, and he's a veteran. Let him know you want to be in it, and bring your car, get in it. If you got a band, anybody can get in the parade if you just let them know. And I hope everybody comes out and supports it, because it's on a Saturday and people aren't working. School is not in.
Who do we let know that we want to be in the parade?
Ricky Nelson.
Okay, Mr. Ricky.
Yeah.
All right, very good. All right, so let him know that you want to be put in the parade, and off you go.
You can dress it. Well, you can come as you are and be in it.
I can?
Walk
Just
it.
like this.
Let him walk it. Don't let him
Yeah,
ride it.
that's
Walk
what I'm
it.
talking. He
Walk
can walk it.
Yeah.
Me and Rob could carry the Mornings in Meridian banner, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Benny's going to be in an antique car, and he's going to throw out candy to everybody that's on the sidewalks
Look at
applauding
that.
for the veterans.
Does he get that cheap candy in the next
Yeah,
day?
that's the
Once
key, yeah.
again,
That's-
the November 1st candy.
It's in
right?
November. You go.
There you
That's
go.
where you're going
That's
to
right.
stock up.
That's right.
There
That's
you go.
right.
That goes back to a previous conversation we had.
Sorry.
Yeah, I heard about the candy that you're not going to have.
Wow. People do listen. I had no idea.
It's dangerous.
Well, I tell you what. Again, any chance you folks have to support the men and women who've been part of the military service, the VFW is there for that purpose, and so help them out by help them raise funds by going by and getting a spaghetti lunch. That's this Friday at 11 to 3. And if you want to have a plate lunch at 11, and then at 12, and then at 1 and 2, and then 3, if you feel like you can eat that many, buy that many. There, it sounds like a great thing you're doing.
Well,
Yes,
we
sir.
thank you for letting us tell everybody about it.
All right. Did we cover everything, Oliver? Or was there something we haven't mentioned there?
Oh,
I think she's pretty much covered it.
She pretty much covered. All right.
Yeah, as long as she's happy, I'm happy. So.
Yeah.
Oliver is a very smart
He
man.
is a smart man.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
this Saturday night, we're having a Halloween contest. There'll be first, second, and third prizes. Come as you are, Roger. You may win a prize.
Oh, ouch.
And you get to listen to the band. It's $10 to get in the door, and you get supper and a contest that you might win some money on.
Oh, money.
and It's like family in there. Something happens to one person, we're all behind them, seeing what we can do. So come out, and you don't have to be a member to come on Saturday night. That's something people don't realize. They think they have to be a member.
That is a very good point.
Do not have to be a member. Come through that door. The first smiling face you'll see is me, and I will welcome you there.
Fantastic. Well, Robin, what a great invitation and a great event. The little costumes at the Saturday night dance at the VFW. Boy, I feel like I'm at Mayberry already. This is good.
Mr. Benny won last year,
What did he come dressed up as last year?
Uncle Sam. And he looked just like the thing of Uncle Sam, and he won.
Wow. How about that? Look at that.
Is anybody here a veteran?
I haven't put on the uniform, sorry to say. However, I support everybody who does, that's for sure. But how about you, sir? You?
Do you ever? Well, my dad was.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They wouldn't. I joined.
Yeah.
But they sent me back home because I was the only one to carry on my name.
Ah,
I
see,
didn't
there.
get to,
Well,
but
you
I am.
you were doing
sorry
it.
about
Your heart was in it, and that's what counts. That's the main thing. All right. Well, it's we certainly thank you for coming in and talking about it. One question I have though, because we mentioned that you were a school bus driver and have done it for 26 years. How is it? I picture in my mind being a school bus driver, and I just don't see me making it. I don't see me getting through this. But because it's got to be kind of a ruckus when those kids come on board.
My kids are good. I may scare them to death. That may be why. but
Scared.
my
That's
kids are
what it
good.
is. Yeah, right.
So get control the first time, huh?
3-minute stations.
Sorry about that.
I learned from a driver from about 20-something years ago that retired.
Yeah.
You get control first. But then the next thing I learned, the first time I had trouble, at 8 in the morning when Mom and Daddy don't want to be woke up on Saturday, I was knocking on their door. Word got out, she'll come to your house. That ended it.
Wow.
But I've got good kids. I really do.
Now, see, this is
Good
why,
kids or
because
scared kids? What's the difference?
Yeah.
That's actually, listen to this, folks. You're taking a personal step to make sure that there's parental involvement in how these kids behave on your bus. I think that says a lot.
I got good parents
Well,
on my route. I got good parents.
but you have trained them though.
Scared.
Yeah.
I've driven long enough that I now have the children of the children I drove. That
Wow.
makes me old. Wait a minute. Let me back up here a minute.
Hold on a second.
Don't make me come back there and do what I did to your daddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, see, I'd probably just lose it. Stop the bus. Everybody get out. Everybody can walk home. That kind of thing. So
Don't make me stop this
So
bus.
the part that you do is you bring the parents in. That's how you.
I involve the parents.
Yeah.
And like I said, I got good parents and I got good kids.
Because you can't really just beat them.
They won't let me.
The parents or the kids. I mean.
Either one.
Won't let me.
They won't let me.
I've threatened once or twice, but they don't realize I can't. But
Yeah. Have you ever stopped the bus and say we're not moving until so and so does something?
no.
Okay.
I
So-
did pull over once and let the sheriff's department get on and explain what the sheriff's department does to them.
Oh,
You
like
go.
it.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's why she's been able to drive for 26
You
years.
darn right.
That's it. Very good. And you probably need some school bus drivers. So if anybody wants to apply for that, go by and check that little career out too. That's not a bad little job.
They need them everywhere, and this year they actually gave a really good pay raise. So if you're wanting a supplemental income, it has insurance with it,
Oh, look at there.
and it has retirement.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll put that in my little note file. So in case everything else I'm doing goes south, I can go
To drive a bus.
go the
I'll
bus.
recommend you.
And I like the tip about going by and seeing the parents.
Yeah.
As I would.
Yeah.
That's it. If you want your kid to be on my bus, you. Oh, yeah, I could just hear it right now. May not last long as a bus driver.
Yeah.
Well, listen, it's VFW Post 79 Spaghetti Lunch Friday, October 27, 11 to 3. Go by Highway 80, VFW Post 79, and they'll feed you. It's only $10 a plate.
$10 a plate.
10 or more, and they'll bring it right to you. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you for letting us come.
We're going to be with Fox News here shortly, and then we'll come back on the other side. Stay with us, folks. I think one of the most interesting entertainers or guitarists to watch is Joe Walsh. He just, I think every muscle, his face and everything, he gets into it. All right, welcome back to Mornings in Meridian. Roger here along with Mr. Rob Atkinson.
Hello.
And we have our good man, Mr. Charles Frazier.
What was the yeah? Yeah.
That was the aged pause while you try to figure out who you're
What
talking
is that
about.
name? I'll wear a name tag next time. Oh, and move a second. I can't see. Oh, Charles Frazier, right. Okay.
Yeah, Charles Frazier.
Oh yeah.
I remember now.
By the way, guys, before we get to a phone call here, do have two more candidates I spoke with yesterday about being on the show soon.
Good.
Wayman Newell will be on the program next Wednesday. Of course, he's the incumbent there in District 2. For supervisor, he'll be on next Wednesday morning at 8 o'clock. And also spoke with Ward Calhoun yesterday. He will be on the program November the 6th at 7:30. So so we got of course we got.
You gonna bring biscuits?
Easy.
I mean, it's a question.
We gotta get that deal worked out after
after November.
November the 8th. We got to get the deal locked up.
Okay.
Let's talk with
I
him.
won't be here the 6th anyway. That's a Friday.
No, 6th is Monday.
Monday.
Oh,
that's the Monday before the election.
So the 7th is the election.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so
is
the
that what
8th
it
would be,
is?
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got to get that locked up on the 8th.
Get our dates all right. Well, I tell you what, there's names that I can always remember, and that is whenever I need something for my business, I think of my friend Billy Adam Calvert, and then I think about the Southern Business Supplies up there in Meridian, and it's easy.
It is easy because I'm thinking, I got to set up a time where I can go to one of those big box stores later in the week. And I'm like, why? All I got to do is go online at southernbusinesssupply.com, and it's here the next day. I don't have to worry about when I can go to one of those stores that I hate going to anyway. But it's easy. I've set up my account with them already, so it populates all my information, and then I can look at previous orders. I mean, just like any other website where you're ordering things frequently. And it's easy. Office supplies, janitorial supplies. Of course, they got break room supplies as well. You can get some Snickers or Reese's and get them delivered the next day. Of course, you do want to shop locally and keep your money here in Meridian. All you got to do is go to southernbusinesssupply.com. Of course, you can go down to their showroom at 5685 Dale Drive. They've got a huge selection of office furniture and home office furniture as well. 601-485-2447. They're open 8 to 5 at the showroom, but they're always open online, southernbusinesssupply.com. Just say no to the big box stores.
There it is. It's Mornings in Meridian, and we've had a busy morning with good interviews, but we're ready to take some phone calls now. 601-485-9191 is the talk line. Let's go there now. Good morning, caller. How are you?
Hey, y'all, it's Paul.
Hey, Paul.
PT. Hey, buddy.
How's it going? I just wanted to call and tell Rob and Charles that I appreciate y'all loaning me Roger last night. Hopefully,
I thought it was like a lease. You had to return him, but
You sure you don't want to keep him?
yeah, please do.
hopefully it did not. Him being up late past his bedtime didn't affect his job today.
Well, his performance is always questionable, so
Well, it could have improved it. I mean, you never know.
Well, it was interesting to, as you saw last night, I set the alarm for the building because we were the last ones out, and then I think maybe second or third person here this morning.
Well, good for you, man. I'm proud of you.
But anyway,
paid off.
but let me just point out, because when you've been asked sometimes to fill in on this program, you have actually done the Monday night thing, produced the show, and do the show. I mean, not produced it, but I'm talking about put it together. I guess that'd be producing it. But then,
what are you talking about?
I'm talking about you.
Nobody ever knows. Yeah.
I'm talking about you doing all that and then coming in and being on the show the next morning here at Mornings in Meridian.
Yeah, but my performance is not expected at a certain level either.
Yeah, that's true. But
you get a warning with my performance at any time. So
I was reminded again last night just how much you learn by tuning into mixtapes with Paul Tarver, because some of the information behind some of the songs, and then some of the songs that I've never heard that you found deep in some album somewhere and play, they're just fantastic.
Yeah, that's probably the most fun for me, is to find those nuggets of stuff you haven't
played before or pieces of information you haven't heard before or all that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, the downside is it never shuts off. It happens constantly.
Yeah.
Just ask my wife. It's like it's a never-ending thing. I'm sitting in the middle of Applebee's, Shazamming what I'm hearing on the Muzak or something. I can't do that at Weidman's because he has like live performers, and that just wouldn't be right to break out your phone and go.
We don't mind. Do what you need to do, Paul.
Okay.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying, it's the strangest places where this stuff kicks in, and you go. I was telling you the story last night. Last week, I went in for a little procedure at the doctor's office, and just before they put me under, I hear Billy Squier on the overhead that the doctor's listening to. I'm like, cool, we're going to rock and roll now. So it never stops.
Well, at least it wasn't "Baby Don't Fear the Reaper." That was probably pretty good.
Well, yeah, I would have been a little bit nervous at that point.
But here's what you just mentioned something. I was just wondering what would happen if somebody from the early 20th century comes back and hears words like you just used there. You were at Applebee's Shazamming Muzak. I mean, just imagine people trying to figure out what word we're talking about.
Here's the thing. I said Muzak, but that may date me because I don't even know if they're still around.
But
we hope not, but they probably are.
But the way our terminology has changed with the technology, it's just amazing.
The problem I had with Muzak back in the day was their ability to take a really good song and crap it up and then put it on the overhead.
Yeah.
So
I thought
your strings edition of a Billy Squires tune just is not the same.
No. I thought Muzak only had the one song that they looped in the elevators, and that was "The Girl from Ipanema."
Oh my God, what a song! Sorry. Why did you? No! Don't start.
Okay.
Well, I was calling to compliment you on the work you did last night.
Thank you.
Take it back, right? Yeah.
Well, the problem is we turned the mics on this time.
I will say this. It was a bit disconcerting. I'm going to tell the truth here, Roger. You're just going to have to live with this.
Yeah.
I've never done a show when my board runner was dancing to the level that Roger was dancing. I mean, he was enjoying himself, I think.
Yes, and that was alcohol-free, just so everybody knows.
Right.
Yeah, but not caffeine-free.
No, that's right. That's right. Oh, it was a lot of fun. It was fun.
It was a lot of fun, and I wanted to just thank you again for coming to do that, knowing you had to come in and work early today, and we appreciate it.
I think Rob said there might be a little something in the Christmas envelope for that.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope that works out for you.
We're working on it. We got to save up.
Listen, if he tells you they're running it up the flagpole.
I hear that. I know how that goes.
Checks in the mail. It's post-dated.
Very good. The bottom line, folks, is tune in Monday nights on our sister station, WKZB 97.9, for mixtapes with Paul Tarver. Great show every Monday night.
I have to answer. I have to tell you this one quick story, though, Rob.
And get well soon. Get well soon, Liz.
Yeah, really. You just said the checks in the mail. I have to tell you this. I sent my dad one year for his birthday a birthday card, and I printed out this big check mark on a piece of paper and wrote the checks in the mail. I called him and told him the checks in the mail, and he got it and opened it up. He hung it on his wall. To this day, I'm talking about 10 or 15 years later, he still wants to know if the check's in the mail.
That's great.
So if you get a big piece of paper with a big check mark on it, Roger, congratulations.
Yes.
These and other reasons why Paul is left out of the will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to let you have the rest of your day back. Have
All
a good
right.
one.
Thank you for the phone call. Appreciate it. That is great here from PT. Enjoyed working with him last night. Mornings in Meridian, you too can be part of the show. Give us a call, 601-485-9191. Tell us what you give your dad for his birthday or your mom for her birthday. What are some suggestions out there? Guys, what do we have not talked about yet?
Looks like the Speaker of the House vote. They're going to go ahead with another one today, it looks like. And I was actually watching a little bit of coverage on several of the channels yesterday, and Byron Donalds from Florida is putting his name into the consideration, of course, from the state of Florida for the speakership. So it's like, but I said this yesterday. I was like, who the heck's going to get 217 is the thing.
Why don't the Republicans just say, look, all right, we obviously can't get our
bleep together
self together here. So why don't we just have Speaker of the Month All right,
Speaker
we'll
of the
take
month.
turns.
Like
We'll just-
employee of the year
Yeah,
or employee of
exactly.
the month.
All right, who's the speaker this month? Okay, all right.
I
Yeah,
don't
we'll-
want it. You take it.
we'll
Not
let-
me. Nope.
We'll let
You.
Jordan come in and do it this month.
Yeah,
we'll
right.
take a month of Jordan. And Scalise, he can come in. And so on down the line.
Or of the day. With a daily speaker.
Daily speaker.
Yeah. You get it. I don't want to do it. You do it. Fine, I'll do it
It's
today.
like the kid making the announcements, like on the intercom in
Yeah.
school. You know,
Exactly.
who's going to do it today? You know,
Yeah.
so-
All right.
But I mean, but really, who can they put up where everybody's going to agree? It's
Nobody.
so embarrassing.
It's ridiculous.
It's embarrassing. It's stupid. It's a shameful thing. Just for everybody who thinks, oh, we're just all about Republicans here on this show. We realize when the political parties are messing up and which one is, and we realize right now the Republican Party is just not really doing the job they're supposed to do.
Yeah, right now there's 7 candidates, which, good grief, that's
Like
way
corners.
That's way
Yeah,
too many folks.
okay.
Yeah, they're meeting right now. The Republicans are, and there was 8 as of yesterday, but Representative Gary Palmer of Alabama announced that ahead of the vote he was dropping out of the race. The 7 candidates. Tom Hemmer of Minnesota, Kevin Hern of Oklahoma, Jack Bergman of Michigan, Byron Donalds, just mentioned him from Florida, Representative Mike Johnson of Louisiana, Austin Scott of Georgia, and Pete Sessions of Texas are the ones that are kind of in consideration right now. Of course, Donalds has been getting a lot of FaceTime there on Fox as of late, and he was on all the channels yesterday making his pitch, and so we'll see what happens today. So that's 7 folks. But here's the problem. You still got these handful of Republicans that are still PO'd about what happened to McCarthy that will still vote for McCarthy. You still have some that are going to vote for Scalise. It's just like, if I'm Scalise or McCarthy, go to those people and be like, hey, listen.
Stop it.
Stop.
Stop it.
Stop voting
Right.
for me. I don't want it.
We're becoming a laughing stock
I
here.
mean that right there is just being, and their constituents in these districts need to realize what
they're doing.
what
Yeah.
they're doing, and then like, you know what, we'll pay you back
Yeah.
whenever you're up for a
we'll show
re-election.
you.
All right, help me out with my civics now, because if something were to happen to the president and something were to happen to the vice president, Speaker of the House, I understand, was like next in line to be the person in charge. So in this situation,
I mean,
who would it be?
they do have a speaker pro temp in there right now, and that's
Like the temp speaker.
Yeah, it's McHenry is who
Yeah.
it is. So
Who'd be a great speaker, too.
I mean,
But
he'd be a
anyway.
great speaker too. So it's like, who knows what's going to happen today? But if it go,
Well,
you've got these 7 folks, and I imagine they're meeting this morning, trying to maybe narrow it down. Who do you think is going to get maybe the support needed to get the 217? They'll go to the floor, and guess what's going to happen? We're going to get the same result again, and once again, a frozen chamber continues with everything that's going on.
Right.
There you have it.
Yay for government.
Well,
Yeah. Republican Party, too.
well, we're pro-business here at this station, so government can have they can do whatever they're going to do. We can't help that too much, except voting time. Now we can kind of let them know we can let them know our displeasure at voting, but. We invite you every day to vote for some good business people. I'm talking about the good folks down at A&A Glass.
Adam and Adam, you know it. They're the #1 glass replacement company. They have been voted that for like 11 years running now. I'd say they're pretty good at what they do. 601-693-GLASS is their number. Boy, that's easy to remember. Of course, they're conveniently located at 217 22nd Avenue or 217 Sela Ward Parkway, just 2 doors down from the Meridian Children's Museum. Open 8 to 4 Monday through Friday, and they'll be happy to work with your insurance company. You know, if you have a little crack, just a little peck in your windshield with the temperatures going hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, that windshield is going to be a big crack before you know it. Go ahead and get it fixed today before you have to get it replaced. That's A&A Glass. 601-693-GLASS, 217 22nd Avenue.
All right, there you have it. Just so you know, Toadsuck, Arkansas,
I'd like to be the mayor of
is an
Toadsuck.
unincorporated community in Perry County, Arkansas. It is location of Highway 60 and Bethel AME Road there. It's listed on the National Register of Historic Places.
So there's no Toadsuck High School.
I don't think we're going to be
I'd
playing.
like to get a T-shirt or something.
There is,
Like
however, a Toadsuck Harley Davidson dealership down there.
Okay.
That's pretty in Conway, Arkansas.
If there
So
was
it
So
must
it's
be near
actually Conway, but
if there was a school, what would be the mascot?
of the Toadsuck?
Well, now, hey, maybe Maybe
Couldn't really be
TCU could loan them their
the
oil
horned frogs.
toad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the frog.
Well, you'd have to be a frog. Couldn't really be a toad because the toad sucks. But we're the frogs. We don't like them toads.
This goes back to a conversation first hour, folks. If you just wonder, what in the world, what turn did they just make?
Talking
Yeah,
about
well,
Arkansas for?
U-turn is what we need to
We
make.
talked
I'll
about
tell you
Townsend,
what.
Arkansas, and so somebody mentioned what about that? So
Flat ash. Oh, ash flat.
Ash
well,
flat.
either way. You know.
yeah. The community lent its name to the Toad Suck Ferry Lock and Dam on the Arkansas River. The dam is also a bridge bringing Arkansas 60, locally named Prince Street, across the river. The Bigelow Rosenwald School is inland west of the river. So it'd be like, you
So
know.
there's a dam and a ferry.
It's like we have a
Well,
Chunky
it's
River.
all kinds of stuff going on over there.
Booming metropolis.
Yeah.
We got Chunky River Harley Davidson, named for a local, natural river here, and so you have
Which
toad-
is not chunky. It's smooth and running. Anyway.
Well, there's some places if the water's low, you're gonna have to carry your canoe, so that's a little
You've
chunky.
seen some of the people going down the river.
Yeah,
That can be a little chunky.
What amazes me, people get in the Chunky and they inner tube it and they have a case of beer, but nobody ever has to go to the bathroom. It's just amazing to me how that happens. 601-485-9191. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Oh, we're doing
Good
fine,
morning, Ruth.
thank you. How are you, Ruth?
I'm okay. I missed you on Thursday, Friday, Roger.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to be missed.
Yes, Dr. Germany that we talked about. Actually, Dr. Germany has been been at MSU for 3 years. She's new. Very active kind of person. The reason why I wanted her on the station was because I heard her deliver a paper, a speech at a workshop back in March, and I felt that the community could benefit by listening to that. But as it turned out, she wasn't able to come on Thursday or Friday because she was out of town, and I didn't know that somebody else came on, was there. I wasn't able to hear the program. I don't really know, what was involved and what she had to say. But what I want to point out is that to get social worker people and the law enforcement people together as a team, to team up to see what we're going to do to help these at-risk students and gangs and that sort of thing. Now, the head of the social work department at Mississippi State, that lady's name is Dr. Angela Savage. And I'm hoping that she and maybe Sheriff Calhoun and even before Solly, Sheriff Reeves, that they can get together and then she can sort of discuss with them some of the policies or something that, that are these things that are going on and what's available. Or there can be a team up kind of deal with them.
Yeah, well, we'll look into that in the future. That sounds like something that we'll look into. Yeah.
That's right. Her name is Dr. Angela Savage. She's head of the social work department at MSU. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you. We'll take a break. It's Fox. It's not Fox News break. We've got to take this break to pay a bill. Come right back. Roger, Rob, and Charles. Oh, every family's got one or two.
Or all of them.
And if you think your family doesn't have one, you may be the black sheep.
Yes,
that's
exactly
probably the
it.
case.
It's Mornings in Meridian. We're glad you're out there. We want to thank our sponsors like Jeffrey Wilson Insurance. There's, when you talk about State Farm, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You know, I really couldn't think of a better neighbor than Jeffrey Wilson. He is just one great guy.
He is a great guy. And of course, you know, if he is your insurance agent, he wants to sit down with you once a year and kind of evaluate all your insurance needs. And because that's something that you just don't need to, once you set it up, then leave it for the next 10 years. Every year it changes. And so it's important that you sit down with him and he will evaluate you and let you know. And sometimes you can actually save money. But I tell you what, if you switch today, you can save an average of $889 a year if you bundle your home and auto insurance. And of course, Jeffrey Wilson is ready to help you combine your home and auto. Save right here in Meridian. Give him a call, 601-483-8253, because like a good neighbor, Jeffrey Wilson is there. Of course, you can go see him as well. He's got a great showroom, a great office up there, 2401 Highway 39 North. But relationships are really important with insurance agents because when you have a claim, you want to be able to call Jeffrey Wilson at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm sure he's groaning when I say that, but you know what? He'll answer the phone because he will help you out and file that claim and make sure that you're taken care of. Jeffrey Wilson, State Farm. Give him a call today.
Absolutely. Well, guys, look what happened. We had another show today.
There you go.
Good show. What?
How about that? Now, tomorrow, you mentioned something, Rob. We might be talking about some candidates.
Yeah, politics tomorrow. District 1 Republican candidate for supervisor Justin J.J. Enders will be on the show tomorrow.
All right. So he's going to be joining us, and I guess some other people lined up throughout the week, too.
Yeah, we do. We got a lot of political folks coming on the next 2 weeks as that general election's getting close, November 7th.
Wow. November, election year.
And maybe we'll be done for the year.
Yeah, you have to vote for your favorite Christmas float.
Oh, good Lord.
Get out of here with that mess.
All right.
Where do you vote for that? At the schools?
Oh, my goodness.